In today's Google Sheet video, we are going to see how the text joining functions work. Functions are ampersand join, text join, concat, and concatenate. We will see how they work. They seem similar, but there are differences. Let's see how they work and what are the differences. Ampersand is the most widely used function, joining function out of all these. It is used standalone as well as with other joining results of other functions. As you can see in this example here, it is joined with this function and the stream function and then the text function. Let's see how it works. Unlike other functions, it's not placed right after the equal sign. You have to specify what you want to join first and then the ampersand and then what you want to join the first cell with or the first value with. You'll see you get this Hayden Harper with his employee ID. Now you can see there is no gap. You can introduce a gap here. Again an ampersand sign to join the two values and a gap which goes inside double quotes and enter. You get a gap here. As simple as that. But this is the since this is the most widely used function, joining function, it can be more complicated than this. Let's see. Now we have gap here between the first and the last name, and we don't want the employee ID. We want to say that this person joined the company on this particular date. So I need these two cells. Let's first clean this out with trim. I'm going to trim this so that I don't have any gaps. Then I'm going to use proper so that there are no unnecessary capital letters inside the whole name, inside the name. Proper, and this bracket has to be closed here. Now here instead of gap I'm going to say joined the company. On a space before and space after, and then I say D2. Let's see what happens. So Hayden Harper joined the company on, see there is no gap, but there is a problem. The result comes with a 37073. What happens here is the spreadsheet, Excel or Google Sheet or any database stores date as numbers. So we have to convert this number into proper date. And as we have discussed in our basic video, that we need text function to convert this number to date. So what do? We put text here, then I specify what format I want to convert the date into. That's the whole year 2025. For example, As you can see, it shows me the result here. Dash TD gives me the date. Now after the this double quote text function ends here, then I add another ampersand sign so that I can put a full stop at the end. Now full stop does not need a gap, so right away like that equals to, so we have the whole sentence. You can see the date has been converted into the proper format. So that is one example of our ampersand joining function. Drag and drop, you got result for each of the rows. Since I don't have any data here, there is no name here. That's not the function's problem. There is no data here. We can use if statement for this kind of situation, but that's a tutorial for a different video. Okay, let's clean this up. Now let's see how join works. What join does is it concatenates a range of cells, and you have the option of providing a delimiter between the values. What does that mean? Let's see. Equals to function name trim, not trim, join. Join, you have to first specify what delimiter, what character do you want to use to separate the values, and the delimiter goes inside double quotes. Here we are going to use comma and space. Then after the delimiter, I have to specify what are the values, and here we are going to use this array, that is a set of values, a range of values. Close bracket. Let's see. As you can see, since there is a big gap in front of this Sophia Bennett, I can see a big gap here, and so on and so forth, and there is nothing in between this 2 comma because there is no result here. We can accommodate this blank in another function. We'll see, but first let me just clear this data first. There are lots of gaps here, so we are going to use trim function. Trim this, bracket close. So you can see the blanks are gone. Here there was an extra blank, Aiden Harper, between Aiden Harper, and in front here there is the gap is gone, but the comma is still there. And with ampersand sign you can use this whole sentence here. Just try, you'll see this works. I think there is an extra bracket here. I don't need this. Let's see. Okay, I don't know how that bracket got there, but you can see the result is these 3 names, 4 names, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 names are company employees, and I used the ampersand function here as well. So this is how our join works. One more thing about join, you can add another cell like that. Again, range of cells, and use them in your join statement. there is no problem. You can see I have joined all these separate, but it has to be an array. Now a single cell, as you can see, I have used a single cell here. A single cell is also by definition an array. This is an array of results as values. This is also an array of values, and this is a single value which is also an array. So by definition it's correct. You can use a single cell, a range of cells separated by commas. Next is our text join. Let's see how that works. Text join. With text join, we have the advantage of telling the function if I want the blank space to be shown or not. Let's see how that works. Equals to text join bracket, and then I have to specify what delimiter. Just like join, I have to specify delimiter. What delimiter I want to use between the cell values. In this case I want to use a comma. Then after delimiter I have to specify another parameter which says if I want to show the blank cell. To not show the blank cell, I have to say true. I don't want to show the blank cells. Then I specify individual cells one by one. This comma, this comma, this comma, this comma, this. I selected all this so that I can have a blank cell and another populated cell after the blank cell. So end bracket. Let's see how it works. You see after Emma Collins there is a blank cell. Here I can see it's gone. If I said false, you can see it's the same result as join. And you can use all the proper functions and all the trim functions along with this text join function to clean this data up. So that's our text function. Clean this up. Concat is the simplest joining function. It only joins two cells, nothing else. It only joins two cells or two values. Equals to concat bracket first value comma second value. That's it. Nothing in between or before or after. So if I want to say, let's see, use ampersand, another ampersand. As you can see, there is a underline here. It's already saying it only takes two arguments. I cannot use anything here. Still, let's try. I want to introduce a comma here. It's not going to work. It's going to give me error. So it only takes two arguments, nothing else. Where you want to use it is up to you, but it only takes two arguments. That's all there is to concat. So our last joining function is concatenate. What happens with concatenate is you can use anything as a delimiter, just not a single comma like all the other concating functions except for concat. You can use a comma, a word, a dash, whatever. As you can see in this example here, I've used comma and or and or any other word or a sentence in between the cell values that I want to join together. Let's see, equals to concatenate, say first cell value. As usual, we are going to start with a comma and a blank, then a comma with another cell value, then inside double quote I say do whatever it doesn't matter what you write, then comma and another cell value, then again something something, then comma, sorry, another cell value. So what did it say? Whatever. After whatever ever, I did not put any gap there, so let me insert a gap there. Then the Richardson, a dash, and then the last value, and so on and so forth. So you can use anything in between the values you want. It doesn't have to be a single delimiter, but you have to specify everywhere what you want to use. So this is all about our joining functions: ampersand, join, text join, concat, and concatenate. There are a few other text functions like substitute and replace. That's a subject for different tutorial. So that's all for today.